So, this is me. In about 2 months, I'm gonna be turning 38. I'm old now. You know, it's interesting to look back on my trajectory on YouTube and see that I had, a decade ago, been capturing videos almost every single week and releasing them. The interesting part right now is, since I'm almost 38, I saw the video that really sparked my attention and made me start to realize that I should probably change up some shit. Here's a video.
How old was Daniel Craig in Casino Royale? 38. How old was Brad Pitt in Troy?
38.
38. How old was George Clooney in Ocean's 11?
38.
38. The male peak is 38 years old.
For what aspect? Financially, physically?
Everything. A lot of times, if a guy is young, maybe he's 24, 26, 22, and he's not getting the results he wants in life in the dating market, you have so much time. The epitome of masculinity, where you have the perfect balance between being refined, you not being too young and exuberant, being more mature. That most aspirational image of a man is 38 years old.
Now, I have absolutely no idea at all whatsoever if that's actually true. But with me turning 38 in about 2 months, I gotta be honest, I feel absolutely incredible. I've just started running marathons. I'm doing things I've never done in my fitness space in my entire life, which leads me to believe that it's not too late for me to continue and try to do things that I've never done before in the fitness space. Insert the goal. The goal right now is for me, at the start of a new year, with it being January, with everybody starting to want to change their life, why not do something I'm more than familiar with on this channel? Focus on my health, tracking calories, using something like intermittent fasting and time-restricted feeding to reach a better, healthy body weight. So, with that being said, this is a new style video that I've never done before that's going to encase everything from vlogging everyday lifestyle items to fitness to also music. So I hope you enjoy these videos. Thanks for tuning in and watching, and enjoy. So, this time around, less intermittent fasting focused and more time restricted feeding. So if I've eliminated breakfast, I basically cleared up a ton of different calories that I'm able to then use later in the day. So I can have 2 larger meals, lunch, dinner, make sure there's a protein shake in there because I'm a big fan of protein shakes to kind of satiate you at the end of the night and kind of throw some extra protein in your body and give you a sweet treat per se. So doing time restricted feeding, yes, I'm doing artificial sweeteners or 0-calorie syrups and some frothed almond milk in my coffee. I don't need to be a badass and do black coffee anymore, so I'm not really getting some of the benefits from the intermittent fasting side, but that's irrelevant to me. I'm just focused on watching the calories and making sure I'm hitting that strict 2,200 calories for the next X amount of weeks, just because I know if I'm cutting out chocolate chips and snacks and all the other random garbage when I walk by and eat all the food off of my kids' plates. Here's a good example. Here's something I would eat. There's buttered toast, and here's a protein waffle. This is probably, what, 400, 500 calories? I would randomly just like grab that when I'm walking instead of throwing it out. And I think that's something that like a lot of parents struggle with, is just like not eating that and throwing that away. Just because the way I was raised, you clean your plate and it's money, and I am like, I don't want to waste anything. I keep everything all the time. Bit of a hoarder. But today I was supposed to have 4 meetings. Tomorrow I have 4 meetings, packed schedules. They're almost broken down in 2-hour increments. But with my kids spiking fevers randomly, my wife is working today, so I took off the morning and I canceled and moved some stuff around. And later today, the first thing we're gonna be kind of rolling over to is to watch a community roundtable by Next Gen. So excited to see that and excited to take part, have some friends speaking, some people I know. And then we're meeting up with Caroline. Caroline is Red Bull, the Red Bull rep that we have. And we've been working with Red Bull at Common for the last like 10 months. And so I'm really excited because I'm meeting her in person for the first time. She's come out here to Lancaster. We're having some coffee and kind of brainstorming everything for 2026. Can't believe it's a new year. And then we have Run Club tonight. So, welcome to the day.
So out here today, my friend KJ has an awesome leadership, the next gen sort of thing for the youth to kind of connect with other people. And I have some friends who are speaking at it. And this is Next Gen's community roundtable conversations at Kevlar. I absolutely love just seeing people win. That's like my favorite thing in the entire world. That Next Gen event was awesome. Kudos to KJ and Jordan and everybody there. And I genuinely cannot remember where the hell I parked, so that's all I'm trying to do is figure out where I parked right now. And my phone has so many messages to respond to. But yeah, so moral of the story is this. That was cool to connect with a lot of people. I knew a lot of people in the room, and if you kind of flash back to a year or so ago, I didn't know anybody in that room. It's crazy how your life can change in a year. So now that that's done, we have to head to meet up with Caroline at Red Bull. And we're gonna be discussing 2026 plans for Common Running and how we're gonna continue the world takeover. So it's interesting just because I really have not done a lot of preface work on what I want to do in this meeting. And so I'm just going to, I don't really know what this meeting's for. I have a lot of high hopes and I'm really excited and I have a lot of things to share and I have a lot of events and a lot of stuff going in 2026. But I have no idea what Caroline wants to hear. So this is the last thing you're going to see before the next clip could be me completely destroyed from the meeting. Upset, bummed, happy, stop. Fingers crossed. Before you got here, I was in the bathroom saying that the next clip that they see will either be me crying or excited or just kind of like meh about the meeting. Before I show my reaction, before I show my reaction, how do you think it went?
I think it went great.
The next thing you see will be my reaction. With that, the meeting adjourned. It went amazing. That was the first time meeting Caroline, and she's absolutely awesome, and she's an OG, and she's a badass, and she is training for an Ironman, so she's awesome. And really excited to have locked in 2026 with Red Bull. It's January, baby! That's a good thing. When you see me smiling, that's lots of stuff in the works. The takeover continues. Thanks. It's run club time, baby. Got the outfit on and it's warm out. We got 48 degrees outside. January. What's up, dude?
How you doing?
Good, how are you? It's Corey.
What?
Corey. Oh! My shit never locks. So we're at the Village, and it's interesting because for years, for a decade of my life, I literally was on the road just constantly with artists and playing drums in a band. So I feel so at home at these clubs, these sticky floor, dark clubs. I love it. I love the loud music. Literally the favorite part of Common, other than the people side, is making connections with people. Other than the whole people side of Common. My favorite part is just having loud music with your friends in clubs. It's amazing. What's up, Rick?
Are you hoping for a drink?
No, I'm talking to myself on a camera.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What's good, brother? This and that. That's it. Rich, the man with the plan. The man who makes it all happen. The man with all of the things and still doing all the work by himself. You know? That's called ownership mentality, which I think a lot of young kids don't quite understand. All of our stuff. Let's get it up. The pop! I've been filming that whole time. Idiot. I love this shit. So I just realized I forgot to record my entire speech. Let's go run 5 miles. An amazing night as always. And now I have a couple sick kids at home, so I gotta make sure I take care of them for the rest of the night. Hopefully I get some sleep so I can wake up early, and I got 4 meetings tomorrow. So back to back to back. Tonight the warm weather came out. It was like 45 or 50 degrees. So many people came out. It's a great night. I appreciate comments showing up. It's the best. Have a good night. Or day. Or wherever the hell it is. So I'll see you tomorrow. And the thing drives me nuts because my truck does not recognize my key. And so I have to find my car key in my pocket. It drives me nuts. Not detected. Yeah, I know, not detected. Ooh. 4 meetings today, basically on a every 2 hour sort of basis. I don't even think I was pointing the camera at my face again. So hopefully this is wide enough. But intertwining, work, friendship, play, common, all day. That's how we're rolling. Today and yesterday are basically all meetings. It's like 8 meetings in 2 days and running crazy all over the place. There's just a lot going on right now with tons of different things. And my buddy Austin, who I just met with, he was kind of explaining it's crazy how I'm able to go from like grayscale my business to Curran to common to family, like all these different things. And it's like organizing that in this sort of video content is absolutely chaotic. I've never had to pee this bad. Every time I leave a meeting, I'm too like anxious to like let people know that I need to go pee. And like you're saying goodbye and trying to walk separate ways, and I feel like both people want to go to the bathroom before they leave, but they never do. So, yeah, kind of in that situation right now. So now I have to say hi to Steph, who's in here. Good tidings. And so then both people leave the meeting having to pee. And so now I'm entering another meeting having to pee.
Park.
No, I know, but my question was, do you pee and then say hi, or do you say hi and then pee? You say hi and then pee.
Hi. That's a mental question.
Yeah, because like now you're...
Yeah.
Yeah, well, because like literally I'm like,
Hi.
I'm like, hey, thanks for the time, and they're like... So this is a bag, and inside of that bag is an outfit that I'm going to be wearing next week when I go up to New York City and have an important meeting. So that'll be all next week video. So I gotta get back into this. I gotta commit, and I'm so afraid to literally say every single week I'm gonna release a new video, just because I know how much effort that takes and I've done it before. But that's what's neat, you know, it needs to be done. And so I appreciate you watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We're doing a new video every single week, and you're just gonna watch me continue building common and everything else I have going on in my life, family and everything else. So thanks for checking it out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you give it a like, that thing, and do all the things. So I'm gonna turn everything off, spend a couple hours with my family, and enjoy the weekend. Hopefully you do the same. See ya. Just finished a workout, and I wanted to hop back in here really quick. At the end of every one of these videos in this series, I plan on doing an album of the week. And music has been a massive part of my life since I can remember. You know, Deftones Around the Fur in '97 or '96, and Blink-182, Damn It, and Dude Ranch.
and Pennywise, and kind of being exposed to that by my older brothers, it's never really gone away. And it's something I've loved learning about. And for years, I've always stayed up late to watch bands play on the late night shows and record them. And I've always done my best to research the blogs and find out who bands were and what they stood for and who inspired them and all the history and band members' names and shit like that. And with ChatGPT now, you can really do a lot of damage. And so this week for me, the album that I've been listening to constantly, and it's kind of been brought back up out of the catacombs for me, it was a band that I've listened to a lot 15 years ago, and it's been really awesome bringing them back. Have Heart. Yeah, so Have Heart is not like a normal beatdown hardcore band, and they really introspectively changed the way you look at a lot of shit. And if you have never checked them out, I would highly recommend that. And the album that I would kind of like, if you're looking on Spotify and kind of like creeping their stuff, hands down, I would just start at my favorite, the songs to Scream at the Sun. And if you think about Have Heart, one of my favorite things about them too is if you look back, they went out on top. They released that album and toured the shit out of it, and then out of nowhere just disappeared and kind of announced to everybody that they were done and they were friends and didn't want to ruin that, and have obviously Pat Flynn, one of the most like iconic frontmen of all time, who's in Fiddlehead now. It's kind of cool to see how they just kind of went off. And I've recently watched their Outbreak set from this past year, and it's absolutely nuts. So I'm going to play a little clip of that here. And if you've never just kind of watched like the pure passion that people have, and if you don't understand, what straight edge hardcore is, or what Boston hardcore is, or what, Youth Crew and that sort of like movement was, take a minute and check it out. Check out the band, check out some of the lyrics, and I'll kind of just lead some of the lyrics down, in the video section description below, and hopefully you can dive into it. And next week there'll be another album. So thanks for watching, subscribe, like, do all the shit, and I'll see you guys then. Bye.